watching me and talking about me. I'm working. I'm working hard. I'm taking things to the next level.
A lot of you are asking if I have any muscles in my legs and how strong am I right now. Most of my strength is in my arms. You can see I can kind of do this a little bit with my legs, but still need to get them straightened out. That really hurts my toes. Did you get the picture?
Baby, the Diddy trials might be finally over and done with, but the damage that he has done will keep on reverberating through the halls of the internet, and now an unlikely influencer has been dragged into his mess. TikTok star Gina Tew just revealed that a celebrity is responsible for transmitting HIV to her, and sources are saying that it was one of Diddy's many boyfriends.
So y'all know I've come to terms that I don't know who gave me AIDS or HIV, right? So today I got a message about an interview that I should watch. And this interview happened to include a celebrity man that I was sexually with for a few years, and I actually had feelings for this person. And let's just say this interview put a very bad light on this person. And I've dealt with cops over this person due to sexual conduct stuff that I thought was no big deal, so I brushed it off. But the fact that it's coming back to my face and they're telling me stuff about STDs and all this mess, and this man has been with me and everybody else doing the same thing with everybody else, and I don't know how to just brush it off anymore, because it's like, what if? You know, what if this is the person who did this to me and he's living his best life? But hey, you can't have assumptions because it just makes an ass out of you and me. That's what they say.
Allegedly, there's a tape circulating around the industry, privy to the eyes of the select few, that shows Gina being involved with an unnamed young man who is believed to be one of Diddy's freak-off contacts. When Gina first came out with the news, she had contracted HIV. So much time had passed already, and the ailment had progressed to AIDS, which is why she lost so much weight and got so sick. She even lost her sight in one eye. According to her, she said that the doctors mentioned that the virus must have been in her system detected for more than 10 years.
So I guess it's time for story time. Everyone keeps asking how I got AIDS. I didn't know I had AIDS. I just got sick one day, started fainting, fevers, then I got really weak, and I was going to the doctors and no one knew what was wrong. They just kept assuming cancer, cervical cancer, lesions, and then I had some doctors saying, no, you're perfectly fine, like there's nothing wrong with you. But eventually a doctor was like, did you know you have AIDS? And I'm like, no, because I wasn't getting checked like I should have.
Now, she was diagnosed in 2021 when she was about 26 years old, and she said that the disease was in her system for over a decade. So, doing the maths would put her around 16 to 17 years old when she contracted the virus. In a now-deleted interview where Gina was asked a question about how she got AIDS, she said, I do not know who gave it to me or where I got it or how I got it. All I know is that because I was so sick to the point of death, they said I had to have had it for 8 to 10 years. And in that time frame, I was living in New York City and I was homeless. I did get raped a couple times, not something I like to talk about. I've had a couple of free tattoos too, so it could have been a dirty needle. I don't know. Do I know these people? No. Did I say anything when these things happened? No, because I was naive and I was stupid and I was young. So that was a couple years ago when she made this revelation, talking about how she did not know who or how she had contracted the virus. However, years have gone by, and now it looks like her memory of the events leading up to her diagnosis is coming to the surface. Gina is now pointing fingers and saying that the man responsible for infecting her is a high-end celebrity who she was seeing on and off on the low for a couple of years leading up to her diagnosis. According to her, an interview came up on her page about the man in question whom she had been involved with on and off, and at one time got into it with the police because of said man. Now, no conclusions have been made yet, but word from the sources say that Gina was involved with Diddy. However, not directly. Allegedly, she was one of his many party favors who were passed around to high-profile individuals in the industry to keep them on a leash. Gena lived and grew up in Brooklyn, New York around this time, which, if you know, Diddy has deep ties and connections to. It's also a major location where it was revealed that the freak-offs often happened and party favors were given as tokens to the invitees. Gena allegedly was also given out as a party favor, and that's how she unfortunately contracted HIV. Now, none of this has been confirmed yet, but more reports from sources are saying that Gena was trying to get into the industry and promote her music career at that time. So that's why she bent over backwards, because she was promised that after all was said and done, she would get a chance at the spotlight. At the moment, it's safe to say that she does have a place in the spotlight. However, it's all for the wrong reasons. Internet detectives have been trying to put one and two together to find out who exactly is the celebrity in question that she was referring to as the man responsible for contaminating her. Several people have arrived at the conclusion that it was Nick Cannon, but none of this has been confirmed yet. Reports from headlines say that Instagram model connected to Nick Cannon and Chris Brown says she has had AIDS for 8 to 10 years. Another newsline read, 27-year-old Instagram model Gina Tew had been unaware that for the last 10 years, she was living with AIDS. She weighed 65 pounds and lost sight in one of her eyes. Gina partied with Nick Cannon, and she also used to hang out at Chris Brown's house. Health officials are warning anyone connected to Gina to get tested. Now, Gina added that she has called everybody she has been intimate with over the years and asked them to go cop their own test results. But according to her, every one of them came back negative. This new narrative has been driving the speculations that she was given out as a party favor at Diddy's freak-offs. Another reason why people finally believe this narrative is because sources from Diddy's jailhouse are claiming that the man has been getting treatment for HIV. That is the reason why he was so emaciated during the trials. Now, like we said, none of this has been confirmed yet. So at the moment, more information is still being gathered from multiple individuals, and Gina herself, who is allegedly gearing up to speak her truth, regardless of who may or may not be distressed about it. In the meantime, here's what a couple people have to say about this whole mess. This person said, Diddy should be charged with attempted murder for knowing he had AIDS and passing it on. Give him life without parole. Another person added, he should be brought up on charges for knowingly having HIV or any other STD and continued on with his wild X parties and never told anyone. He actually committed a criminal transmission of HIV. Another wild addition by a commenter read, this is why I said Kim Porter was sick at the house in Virginia, because Sean brought her casket 2 months before she passed away. And finally, this person said, Diddy had this since 2012. He gave it to Kim Porter. Well, as you can see, things are getting pretty heated up around here, and we would like to know what y'all think about this. Do you believe that Gina might have been in some way connected to Diddy, or is this just the internet being messy again? Leave your opinions down in the comments. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and watch this next video, because boo-boo is just as messy.